The difference is a field goal, and it's been a tightly fought game. The Jaguars leading the Bills 10-7 at halftime. We'll be back for the second half right after this message from your local station.
The address is CBS. Welcome home.
Please, Dad, just one more time.
One more time. If I made the Miller Lite really, really good football team, cheerleaders would dig me. I'd have my own football card. I might even win a trip to the Super Bowl.
Just by competing in fun games wherever I buy or drink Miller Lite.
That's right, Steve. It's fun to be me, but I'd rather be on the Miller Lite really, really good football team.
One more time.
You're going to be one sleepy nuclear physicist tomorrow.
You watch the games, now prepare for them with television's premier X and O football show, Edge NFL Matchup. Your host, Stuart Scott, guides you through each week's games with expert analysis from Merrill Hodge and Ron Jaworski. Next week, Mark Brunell and the Jaguars are looking for an apology for the rude manner that Terrell Davis and the Broncos asked them to leave last year's playoff party. Now that you know when class is in session, make your study plans today.
You want football? Well, we've got football. This year, Sports Illustrated wants to help you get ready for NFL 98 with the ultimate preseason package. 2 great gifts, a Riddell replica mini helmet of your choice and your favorite team's official NFL Films highlight video. Free with your paid subscription. Your Riddell replica mini helmet features the logo and colors of your favorite team. Pick a team, any team. The choice is yours.
And now the fun starts.
With your official NFL team video, you'll see if your team has what it takes to be great in 98.
Keep putting the heat on them, men. Keep putting the heat on them.
Call now. Get 54 issues of Sports Illustrated for only $1.47 an issue. Save 50% off the cover price. Use your credit card and we'll also send you a 100% cotton SI logo t-shirt free. Countdown to NFL 98 with the ultimate preseason package free from Sports Illustrated. Get into it.
Welcome back to Buffalo, where our halftime score, the Jaguars lead the Buffalo Bills by a score of 10-7. Hi again, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms. You know, as you look at this game, it's a 3-point difference. There just isn't much to choose from in the first half between these two clubs.
Well, what I noticed in the first half is everything I think now is going Buffalo's way. The offense is kind of settled in. Doug Flutie's got all the nerves out of him. You can see he can complete the passes when he needs to. But the biggest thing, Jacksonville's offense. Buffalo's defense has really figured it out, and they're making everything hard in this Jacksonville offense.
You want to know how close it is? Take a look at the halftime statistics. There just isn't a whole lot to choose from. It's a 10-7 game, not much difference in the total yardage. First downs are close. Neither team has turned the ball over. About 9 minutes more of time of possession for Jacksonville over Buffalo.
Again, take away that first drive by Jacksonville. They overpowered Buffalo. Buffalo kind of settled down. They figured it out. They made some adjustments on defense, and it's really gone their way, so they got to be happy.
Before the second half kickoff, let's check in with Armin Kasayan. Armin.
Greg, a quick update on Tavian Banks. Jacksonville's now down to its 4th running back. A sprained right foot, will not return. Tom Coughlin told me the wind is bothering us. We're not protecting Mark Brunell. And on the other side, Wade Phillips just told me we got to find a way to stop this guy scrambling. Back to you.
All right, Armin, so James Stewart was the starting running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars at the beginning of the season. He's gone for the year with the knee injury. Then Fred Taylor suffered the shoulder injury Monday night against Miami. Now Tavian Banks is gone.
Well, and that makes Jacksonville go down to Damon Shelton, the fullback. He's going to run the football some. And then Chris Howard, just fresh off of the Denver Broncos practice squad, couple weeks of practice. Going to see a lot more action than he probably thought he would. The other thing is, Armin says the wind is bothering Jacksonville. Now, I know it's still October, but when you come up to Buffalo, this is a great day. This is a great day. This is a tough stadium weather-wise, so, you know, they're fortunate. And when you're a nice weather team like Jacksonville is, any elements that's, you know, come up like the wind, it really messes with their game plan and psychologically, too.
It could be worse in Buffalo.
Absolutely.
Hollis to kick. Williams and Moles deep. And Williams is going to keep it in the end zone, so the Bills will start from their own 20-yard line. And Doug Flutie with some final instructions before taking the field for the first time here in the second half.
Well, it was a good first half, I thought, by Doug Flutie. Made some plays, created some, moved around, and found some angles and threw, I thought, an excellent pass for the touchdown. And 7-16, 98 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions.
Neither team has turned the football over. The Bills have 0 turnovers in their last 2 games. Make it 2.5 games now. 1st and 10 from the 20. First man through. That's Sam Gash. And Gash appears to have enough for a first down.
Well, that caught the Jacksonville defense by surprise. I mean, that play happened quick. Flutie took the snap, and boom, Sam Gash is up in the line, picks up enough yards for the first down.
You were with us at the start of the game. It was the Jaguars who kept the ball on the ground for a long drive that culminated in a touchdown. Keep it on the ground again. Smith bounces back outside, tries the right side, across the 35, out to about the 37.
Take a walk in here.
Well, when you see a play like that where a running back goes up inside, gets stopped like that, there's nowhere to go, and then he has the time to bounce outside. Watch what happens. What this tells me is the offensive line of the Buffalo Bills, they're staying on their blocks. That enables Antoine Smith to go up in there, come outside, and still pick up those positive yards.
6-yard pickup on the play. It's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground, and a penalty marker is down. That's Antoine Smith for a couple, but now let's check the yellow flag. And it's going to be against Jacksonville.
Offside. 97 defense. Line up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. It's a first down.
That's Ronaldo Wynn. Second-year man out of Notre Dame.
You know, Greg, there's Carl Mock, the offensive line coach for the Buffalo Bills, and we had a chance to talk to Reuben Brown, the starting left guard, and he was saying how much this guy has brought to the team, how he's changed the offensive line, and he says, you know, he's a drill sergeant. This man is on us all the time, and Reuben Brown just said it's made it a lot of fun to play offensive line.
Flutie for his first pass here in the second half, a short one over the middle to Smith.
And I think one of the reasons well, Doug Flutie drops back, scans the field, one of the few quarterbacks that drops back, backpedals, and still throws to his right. Most of the time they throw to the left, and hey, if you can't see over him, you jump up and you dump it over him. Good job by Doug Flutie that time. See where he's been throwing the football? Not many passes, well, not much success over the middle.
2nd and 5, right up the middle. And close to midfield is Smith, and a loose football picked up by the Jaguars. And down and still running, Aaron Beasley. And inside the 15-yard line. There's a play that took a couple of changes of direction.
Well, it sure did. Tony Brackens, number 90, picks up the fumble. And I guess he didn't feel comfortable running the football. He says, let me give it to one of these little guys. Watch what happens. It looks like the play is going to be over. McManus on the tackle. On the way down, they strip the ball out. Tony Brackens gets it. He pitches it to Beasley and then does a good job. Blocks Jerry Ostrovsky out in front. And Aaron Beasley cuts back across. Good hustle by the Buffalo offense to make the tackle.
First turnover in 3 games by the Bills, and it gives the Jaguars first down at the 12-yard line. Howard inside the 10.
Well, the play we just saw with the fumble, Greg. Let's see if Antoine Smith, if he is down. Hard to tell from that angle, but it looks like, look in the middle of the, here it is. The ball came out just before he hit the ground.
2nd and 6. Brunell going to throw. Out here, Howard. Pick up about 3 on the play before Sam Rogers and Henry Jones applied the hit.
Well, what a turnaround. I mean, you're Buffalo, and you're moving the ball again on offense. You're kind of doing what you want. You're throwing the football. You're running it. All of a sudden, you fumble it. Now look where you're at.
All of a sudden, it turns into a cloudy day for you.
Yeah.
3rd and 3, and now Chris Howard limps to the sideline. Damon Shelton, the lone back behind Brunell. Brunell looks left, throws, corner of the end zone, incomplete. Keenan McCardo, his intended receiver. Ken Irvin was the man covering him.
Good coverage, good throw. Just not quite enough room for Keenan McCardell to get his feet down at the end. Good play call. Gets his right foot down, never got the left foot down in the end zone.
So Hollis, who's made a 35-yarder, will try one from 23 yards out. And that one is good. So it stops the clock with 10:53 to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Jaguars boost their lead to 6. Hello, Elvis.
It's an idea that's been around for a pretty long time. At Southwest Airlines, we call it Friends Fly Free. Just buy a round-trip full-fare ticket, and a friend comes along absolutely free. Of course, like any great deal, it doesn't last forever. So purchase your tickets by December 9th, because you don't want to get left behind.
You are now free to move about the country.
Some people like theirs strong.
Where will the world's next great city be built? It could be Russia, China, Brazil, or maybe somewhere in between. Whatever it is, wherever it is, make something great. Stanley.
Is a 77-year-old United States Senator too old to go into space one more time? He would be if he weren't John Glenn. 60 Minutes tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Jacksonville with a 6-point lead. Antoine Smith on the sideline waiting for the Bills offense to take the field. And the wind gusting on the field so much now that Hollis has a holder. Kevin Williams a yard deep in the end zone. 20, 30, out near the 35-yard line before Cordell Taylor makes the tackle. We'll take a timeout. Buffalo back on the offensive right after this.
The Accord Coupe from Honda. How will it affect you?
Are you concerned about losing more hair? Do you wonder how much further it will go? Do you wish you could do something about it? Well, now there's a pill for men with certain types of hair loss. Introducing Propecia. In clinical studies, the vast majority of men, 83%, maintain their current hair count, and most, 66%, regrew some hair. Take it daily and you could see results in as little as 3 months. Propecia is for men only. A small number of men experience certain sexual side effects. Each occurred in less than 2% of men. Women who are or may potentially be pregnant must not use it or handle broken tablets because of the risk of a specific kind of birth defect. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist and read the consumer information they can provide. Propecia, helping make hair loss history.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of the Super Bowl. Honda Accord, it's more than a car, it's a state of mind. And by Castrol GTX, drive hard.
Phil, how many lighthouses do they have in Kentucky?
Lots of them, Greg.
Right out in the middle of the field?
Well, we just had them because they look good. You know, you don't have to have an ocean around. Just, if it looks good, build it.
There's Chris Howard, the fourth-string running back, who hobbled off the field, just had his ankle taped. We'll wait and see if he returns to action. Meanwhile, Doug Flutie, straight drop, far side, a mix-up somewhere along the way, and that one's incomplete, intended for Andre Reed, sort of.
Well, what happens is you read the coverage, and the routes can change. Andre Reed, he sees the receivers off. He thinks Aaron Beasley turns into it, but Doug Flutie thinks he's going to run an out cut. Andre Reed has an out and up. Miscommunication between the two.
Second and 10 from the 35. They'll keep it on the ground, straight ahead. Thurman Thomas for about a yard. And for an NFL Today report, Jim Nantz in New York. Jim.
All right, Greg. Pittsburgh came into this game ranked last in the NFL in passing. Hey, Cordell Stewart, though, has hooked up twice big today, including this one for a touchdown. Longest pass play of the season for Pittsburgh. And they've taken the lead early third quarter. Back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim. 3rd and 8 for Buffalo. And Flutie calling signals out of the shotgun. Down the middle, has his man, Andre Reed, complete across midfield, close to the 45-yard line.
Well, we've talked so much about Doug Flutie, 5'9". How do you see over the offensive lineman and defensive lineman? Watch him what he does. Scoots his left, comes forward, and he just throws a rocket into the middle of the field, right into the chest of Andre Reed. And that's one of the reasons, talking to him on Friday, he told us that's the reason he backpedals. Because when I backpedal, he says, I can move right or left, do whatever I got to do to see the receivers down the field to throw the football.
First down at the Jaguars' 46-yard line. Quick pass, incomplete, intended for Lonnie Johnson. He had now a late flag in the secondary. This is against the Jaguars.
Holding, 99. Defense, 5-yard penalty.
That's
an automatic first
Joel
down.
Schmengi.
Well, Doug Flutie throws the football. Lonnie Johnson, number 84. It's a blitz, so puts a defensive lineman, Joe Schmengi, on him in coverage. Grabs him, puts both hands on him. That's holding.
First down, Buffalo at the Jacksonville 40. Thurman Thomas ducks inside, across the 35, down to the 30-yard line.
Well, you can see how fresh Thurman Thomas looks on the play. Look how quick. He's been doing this a long time. Makes a good cut inside, and then he sees contact. It's coming, lowers his shoulder, and runs in there and gets an extra 3 or 4 yards after contact.
4-time Pro Bowler, 8th all-time in rushing yardage in his 11th season out of Oklahoma State. And it's a Buffalo first down. Canton Bound, you bet, one of 3 running backs in NFL history with 10,000-plus rushing yards and 400 receptions. Pretty good company there with Mr. Allen Spate.
You're right. He is Canton bound when he decides to retire.
First down for Buffalo and 3 wide receivers for Flutie. Throws offside, complete. First down, out of bounds, Kevin Williams. And a penalty marker.
Personal foul. Donovan Darius hits him way after the play is over, and he's out of bounds.
Donovan Darius, the rookie safety out of Syracuse. Here's Tom White.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Number 20. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Doug Flutie does a good job. Watch the fake. Now he comes out. Nope, doesn't like it. Pull up, jump, throw the ball. Gets the ball to Kevin Williams. And then watch the hit out of bounds. He's way out a long time. Not a big hit, but still, you deliver contact. That is a foul.
First and goal for Buffalo at the 8. Flutie rolls right. Pulls it down again. End zone incomplete. Aaron Beasley batted it down, intended for Eric Mould.
Yeah,
thought the jump pass was coming, and he pulled it back down again.
I tell you, that was something. He faked everybody out. That ball would have been completed for a touchdown. This stadium would have gone nuts. Watch Doug Flutie directing traffic, jumps. Nope, it's just a fake. Ronaldo Wynn goes running by, and then he gets himself in position. And a good job by Aaron Beasley making things. Watch Doug Flutie. It's impossible almost. He fakes himself out.
Second down. Keep it on the ground this time. And Thurman Thomas gets a couple.
You know, that's the one thing that caught my attention when you watch this Buffalo offense, when you watch it on film and you've seen what they've done since Doug Flutie has been in there. Last week against Indianapolis, I do not think he ever hit the ground. He was not sacked. There was one sack in the game. That was against Rob Johnson, and he was out after that getting hurt. But Doug Flutie, he's so hard to get a hold of, so hard to get that hit on, and of course that makes it good for the Buffalo offense.
Well, as if the Jaguars don't have enough injuries, now Seth Payne is down on the ground, and this costs the Jaguars a timeout. Looked to be working on his hand.
Yeah, it could be. Hold that left hand up there.
There is no smoking allowed in the seating hall or concourse areas. Smoking is permitted outside the building. While you're at the game, please be courteous to those around you. Please.
Seth Payne, number 91.
Well, it's hard to see what happened in there.
Well, when you get about 10 people and they weigh 300 pounds in a pile, it's hard to pick somebody out.
We'll just tell you it's third and goal from the 6. Flutie out of the shotgun. Williams in motion. Flutie over the middle, incomplete. They want a flag at the goal line. There is none coming, and Flutie is the most vocal. Kevin Williams and Mike Logan combining there. And the field goal unit will come onto the field.
Well, it's a good job by Doug Flutie analyzing the defense and finding the guy inside that's one-on-one, little contact. He thinks he's got a penalty there, and nope, not today.
Steve Christie from 24 yards out is good. 7 minutes, 4 seconds to play. Here in the third quarter, the Bills narrow the gap. It's 13-10, Jacksonville.
In closing, Todd,
I think it's extremely insulting
that some people get the best equipment,
a think pad,
but we have to schlep around these slow, ugly, cheesy pieces of...
You can't write that.
So, nice working for you, Todd. Enjoy the rest of your silly, political little life.
What are you doing, Phil?
Period, set.
It's your new ThinkPad.
Unsend.
Unsend.
ThinkPad. It's what they want. And now you can afford to give it to them.
Need brakes? Come to Midas for a brake on brakes. Now just $69.95 after rebate. You'll get our standard brake service and our lifetime guarantee. Midas is $69.95 brakes. It's worth stopping for.
Excuse me, I just need to get my bag. Excuse me. Excuse me.
It's more than a car. It's a state of mind. The Accord from Honda.
At Uniroyal, in order to make a point about our new nail guard tires, we added a few to our test track. Nail guard tires, designed to seal 90% of tread punctures, instantly and permanently. Only from Uniroyal.
He'll never play in the NFL. He's too skinny, not like other quarterbacks. He'll never hold up. This is my shield against the noise.
Call now for your shield.
Tuesday on Jag, they were hardened soldiers in war, but now something is pushing Vietnam vets over the edge. Catch an all-new episode of TV's fastest-growing drama, Jag, Tuesday on CBS. 7:04 to play, third quarter. Jaguars with a 3-point lead.
Breezy on that field. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Thank you, Mr. Weather. And as if to prove your point.
Well, see, I don't lie all the time. No. I try to tell you something that, see, if you're home watching on TV, you can't tell it's windy.
No.
So we got to point these things out.
Certainly couldn't tell it by that,
That's
could you?
not the shot.
It is, however, very gusty.
There
on
we
the sideline.
go. See, I knew we could come up with a shot.
Now that's windy, Phil.
That's it. That's Greg's check going across the field. Good check with bounce though.
Stop it. This one is going to bounce out of bounds. And we're going to take a timeout. Speaking of checks, 6:59 to play, third quarter.
The Civic from Honda. What about now?
We thought it was going to be another routine pit stop. But then the guys in R&D gave us this new advanced battery. Should be interesting.
So, I read an article that says they think about it every 8 seconds.
I wouldn't doubt it. It seems like the only thing Dave ever wanted.
They have one-track minds. Must be something biological or genetic.
Men, they're all the same.
Hey. You read my mind.
Enterprise rent-a-car for my trip? Looks expensive.
It's not expensive, Mom.
They pick us up? Sounds expensive.
Pickup's free, Mom.
Well, if it's not expensive, why didn't I get a convertible?
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up. Time magazine calls Sammo Hung America's least likely, most refreshing network star.
That was hot!
Thank you.
Martial Law, CBS Saturday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Enterprise Rent-A-Car and by Budweiser. Now is the perfect time to enjoy a fresh, cold Beechwood-aged Budweiser.
Scenery abounds here in Western New York, and there is Ralph Wilson, the owner of the Buffalo Bills. Yesterday turned 80 years old. Happy birthday, Mr. Wilson. Nice man. First down, Jacksonville from the Jaguars 40. And Chris Howard, ankle retake back in the game, picks up about 4 on the play.
Well, they're getting to the point, the Jaguars and their running backs, he didn't have a choice. Chris, you're okay. Get in there and run it.
Pickup of 4 on the play. It's now 2nd and 6. Quick drop, Brunell throws far side, completes his pass. That's Jimmy Smith, and he's out of bounds and up for a first down. Well, the first drive of this game for the Jaguars, a 16-play drive, 13 of the plays were on the ground. They may have to alter that somewhat now.
Well, a couple things. One, they want to get back to establishing the running game again. It kind of keeps his defense off guard a little, but the wind is behind him, so you want to take advantage of throwing the football when the wind is behind him.
Damon Shelton. Shelton with room to run up the middle.
Damon Shelton
across the 45. And for an NFL Today report, once again, Jim Nance in New York. Jim.
Well, Greg, Cincinnati had committed only 1 turnover all season long until today. O'Donnell here, what looks like the football follies. Fumbles is picked up by Joe Bowden, and this is the day's biggest blowout. Tennessee 30-zip. Back to you.
That is a whooping.
Yes, it is.
In progress. Second and 2. Brunell on the roll. Looks, throws, complete to McCardell, out of bounds, and that's enough for a first down.
Let's see, Keenan McCardell does a good job hanging on the sideline, and let's see, which one is he? He's Thunder, right?
He would be Thunder.
Yes. Thunder. That's the nickname for Keenan McCardell and Jimmy Smith. He goes out there. Looks like Mark Brunell is going to run. Boy, good adjustment by Keenan McCardell. Buys his quarterback one more second of time, and he gets open and picks up the first down.
McCardell says he's Thunder, Jimmy Smith is Lightning. He says, I warn you, and then Jimmy comes in and zaps you. Shelton. And Shelton is dragged down for no gain by John Holisek. Thunder and Lightning. You know, we need nicknames for us up here in the booth.
Yeah, Dummy and Dummy. How's that? I named us right there. That'll take care of it. Which one are you?
Which one am I?
Yeah. There's Ted Cottrell, the defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. Some wonderful adjustments after the first drive. Getting his players in good positions to make plays.
Second and 10, and the crowd is back into it. Brunell throws near side. It is complete. Jimmy Smith makes the catch before going out of bounds. 11-yard pickup and another Jaguars first down.
That is an impressive, everything about that play is impressive. The protection for Brunell. He throws the ball down the field and outside. Jimmy Smith makes a nice catch, makes sure of it, gets both feet inbounds.
Jacksonville has now moved to the Buffalo 23. Shelton. Not much there. Big Ted Washington. All 6'4", 325 pounds of him.
Well, 6'4", and he's listed at 325. Now you can just look at Ted Washington, number 92, right in the middle of your screen. Throws the blocker around off Quentin New Year and just makes the tackle. All-Pro last year, deservedly so. Hard to run the ball inside against Buffalo when he's in there.
Second and 10. Brunell gonna roll, escapes the tackler, and hits the deck at about the 20. That'll be a pickup of about 3 yards on the play.
That was a pretty good job ducking the Gabe Northern that time. But as we see so many times this league, good protection. Could have stood in there, but he decides to run. It looks like there's some room to go, but Gabe Northern, he goes under him. But the defense hustles over and gets him down.
Brunell now 5 carries, 42 yards, and he looks at 3rd and 7 from the shotgun. And penalty markers fly with the movement on the left side of the line. That's Ben Coleman and Phil Hansen.
Phil Hansen's going to say, the center went down, and that's why he moved.
And he's going to lose.
He is, but I know what he saw.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 90, defense, 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Watch the center. In the middle of your screen, though, Quentin New Year. When he comes up, his butt went down, and he just took that as the move to snap the ball. Took off.
Says in the rule books you can raise and lower your butt as you wish.
Yeah. So.
There's a timeout on the field. Buffalo takes time, stops the clock with 2:15 to play. 3-point lead for the Jaguars.
Buy a set of 4 selected Goodyear tires before November 28th and get a $50 or $100 U.S. savings bond. For the retailer nearest you, call 1-800-GOODYEAR.
He was programmed to kill. Now, it may be too late to be human, but it's never too late to be a hero. Kurt Russell, Soldier. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 23rd.
Cars are now breaking the sound barrier. Serves are clocked at 140. We can travel 18,000 miles an hour into space. So how come pain relief isn't faster? Introducing Advil Liquid Gels, the first and only pain reliever in a faster-acting liquid-filled capsule that's gentle on your stomach. On tough pain, Advil Liquid Gels are stronger and faster than extra-strength Tylenol. Headaches to muscle aches. New Advil Liquid Gels. Advanced medicine for pain. Stronger and faster.
Due to circumstances beyond our control, tonight's game is canceled. Take your skates off, eh? What's up, Coach? The game's postponed. What? What do you mean? Some guy came in with a Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. Oh, they're good. It was so hot, the ice melted. Again? Oh, for the love of Pete.
Wendy's spicy chicken is a whole breast fillet seasoned with Dave's own blend of pepper and spices. It's one hot sandwich.
That's the second time this week, Dave. Sorry.
Wendy's spicy chicken, when you're hot.
Whoever said, can't we all just get along?
Hey, foreign guy!
Never met John Becker.
Turn it off or I call immigration!
Premiering CBS Monday, November 2nd.
Look what happened. Quentin New Year, the center, is looking between his legs because Mark Brunell is telling him what the snap count is on. Here's Brunell. He says, he sees the center look through his legs. He says, hey, it's on 1. Either that or he's looking for the fastball.
Or the fastball,
yeah. There you go. They know the World Series is happening.
3rd and 2 from the 15. Brunell going to keep it. Left side. And appears to be close to the first down. Ray Jackson came in and stood him up.
Mark Brunell does a good thing. Just tries to pick up the first down. It's a fake draw.
And we're going to measure.
And while we're measuring it, watch Keenan McCardell. He comes across. He acts like he's going to block and he's going to release. Watch what happens. Throw it to him. Could have been a touchdown if he lets the ball go, but Brunell's playing the situation. He knew if he could saw a little opening there, he was going to run for the first down.
Jacksonville first down.
Mark Brunell leading the way, rushing the football. You know, it's not really surprising either. Buffalo, of course, can rush the passer well, but when a quarterback gets hit a lot, the game before, the tendency is not to trust your protection as much and to be looking for those angles or places to run the football. That's what he's done today.
First down from the 13-yard line. Howard straight ahead. Inside the 10-yard line. Pick up of about 5 on the play.
You always hear it. You know, we got to get back there and hit the quarterback, And believe me, everybody's been there. I've been there. When you start getting hit, you start thinking of things. And immediately your first reaction is, I got to make quicker decisions. And if it's not open right away, I'm going to run. And that's what Mark Brunell is doing today.
Jaguars said, yeah, Mark Brunell, Tom Coughlin said he was pretty sore this week from his Monday night experience against the Dolphins. 2nd and 5. Howard. And Howard gets little or nothing. Hit hard by Sam Coward and John Holisek.
Well, Sam Coward, a rookie from Florida State, and He's one of the reasons the Buffalo Bills, they play a 4-3 defense. He came in this year. Number 56, watching, coming up in there, reads it, comes in and makes the tackle. But he's come in and he's been so good, such a force, that every once in a while they go back to a 3-4 to get the extra linebacker in the game, which is him.
This would be a big defensive stand for the Bills. Brunell throws over the middle, incomplete. Pete Mitchell, number 83, was the tight end. And Sam Rogers was in on the quarterback.
Well, Mark Brunell gets caught in a blitz. Buffalo putting pressure on the quarterback. You can see the people coming. 5 guys coming. He took a chance throwing it down the middle of the field. Could have been intercepted.
Mike Hollis with field goals from 35 and 23 yards out. This one a 27-yarder. And it's good. Tom Coughlin would have loved more points. He'll take the 3. The Jaguars lead it by 6. 20 seconds to play, third quarter.
At Unisys, we don't stop thinking about a client's problem until it's solved. Even now, this guy is developing a system that'll dramatically increase Delta Airlines cargo efficiency.
Are you going to putt or just admire the green?
Solving problems this way isn't unusual for us.
I've got it.
In fact, it's par for the course. Unisys. We eat, sleep, and drink this stuff.
Final seconds here in the third quarter. Jacksonville has moved to a 16-10 lead on the Buffalo Bills. And there is Mark Brunell. Looks like a little weary Mark Brunell. Boy, the Jaguars have had drives of 16, 14, and 13 plays today.
Well,
just a few moments ago, there was a question of whether or not there was interference or not. Let's take a look at what happened.
Well, there was interference. It's by the tackle. Leon Searcy, number 72, runs into Pete Mitchell, knocks him down as he's trying to go up the field to make the catch.
There are smaller guys you can run into than Leon Searcy. Kevin Williams from out of his end zone. 20, penalty marker is down, 35, and out of bounds across the 40 to about close to the 45. But let's go back and look at the penalty.
Well, see this crowd, they've even watched so many games on TV. When they see that flag come thrown down on a special teams, you know it's against almost always the receiving unit, which is the Buffalo Bills.
There's no place to hide when you commit that penalty.
Well, you know, there isn't, and we talked about this before one time.
Illegal block, number 52, during the return, half the distance to the goal, first down.
That's John Holisek. While we have a moment, let's remind you tonight on CBS is a man of 77 too old to go into space. He would be if his name wasn't John Glenn. America's first orbiting astronaut opens up for Ed Bradley tonight on 60 Minutes. Then it's Touched by an Angel, followed by the CBS Sunday movie Emma's Wish, starring Joanna Kearns. There's only one place to be on Sunday night, and that's right here on CBS. Buffalo starts deep in their own territory. Louis, far side, complete. Andre Reed. You know, when we talked to Andre Reed yesterday, we said, you know, because Doug Flutie is 5'9", maybe, do you have trouble sometimes seeing that ball coming out of you? Absolutely.
Got to react pretty quick sometimes. That ball comes out of nowhere, and it comes with speed.
Third quarter has come to an end. That's the end of it. The score, the Jaguars 16 and the Bills 10. We'll come back to Buffalo right after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Get ready for the invasion of Ray's mother-in-law.
Perhaps it would be easier if I weren't in the way. You're not in the way.
Catch a full hour of Raymond, CBS Monday.
For great NFL action, the address is CBS.
Welcome back to the MBNA Visa All-Star Game. These cars are amazing, and the fans love them.
Yeah, and who wouldn't? I mean, with stats like no annual fee and a low introductory annual percentage rate. Join the team today by calling 1-800-NFL-9919 and get an officially licensed NFL team duffel bag free after the first use of your new NFL Visa card.
NFL Team Visa cards take you where the action is. Call 1-800-NFL-9919 today to receive your free NFL duffel bag.
Some people choose Damon's Clubhouse for our award-winning barbecued ribs. Others like our steaks, chicken, seafood, prime rib, and of course, Damon's famous onion loaf. But everyone agrees, when it comes to hard-hitting, action-packed sports entertainment, Damon's Clubhouse is the next best thing to being there.
Damon's, the official restaurant of NFL Sunday Ticket. Stop by for the best barbecued ribs and a whole lot more. Check out our locations at www.damons.com.
Along with Phil Simms and Armin Katayan, Greg Gumbel back in Buffalo as we begin the fourth quarter. And the Jaguars leading the Bills by a score of 16-10. Doug Flutie and company begin work from the 16-yard line. And they'll start it off on the ground and get little or nothing as Antoine Smith plows ahead off right guard.
Well, second and short. If you're the Jacksonville defense, what you do, you get up in there and you play run. Because that's what usually happens on second and short in the National Football League. And the defensive line did a good job of holding up the offensive lineman, watch the running back come towards him, make the tackle.
Now 3rd and 1.
Here we go! Here we go!
Flutie, quick drop, quick pass, Andre Reed. Reed out to the 25-yard line, first down Bills. Kevin Hardy and Aaron Beasley there for the stop.
The Jacksonville defense, they know these short passes are going to come. They talked about it before the game. They want to stop them. But how can you stop it? Watch Doug Flutie. 1, 2, 3, and that ball is out of there in a second. It comes out with speed, and Andre Reed does a good job of getting his body in position in front of Aaron Beasley to make the catch. Dick Duran, the defensive coordinator for the Jaguars, is
an interested party. First down from the 25. Flutie, straight drop, throws far down the field, incomplete, over the head of Andre Reed. Beasley there to break it up. That may have been the longest ball Flutie has thrown today.
It was, and it was about. I thought it was about time for them to take a chance on a play-action pass and get down the field. But the Jaguars, good coverage all over the field, nobody open.
If the wind is true form down there, then the Bills will have it at their backs for this fourth quarter. The way we know that is Armin Katayan was blown from the 20 down to about midfield.
Got to put some weight on.
2nd and 10. Flutie, straight drop, screen pass, Thurman Thomas to the 30, to about the 31, 32-yard line. Figures and Bryce Pop for the tackle. Bryce Pop returning to Buffalo. Figures getting his finger straightened out.
Ooh, that hurts. Look at this. They're just jerking on it, trying to get it back in place. And look at him. He just taking a few jumps. Greg, you'd be over there screaming and yelling. Well, maybe not. You tough it out.
No, I wouldn't. No, I am allergic to pain. And it has begun to rain here in Buffalo. And a timeout on the field. Buffalo sees Jacksonville take a timeout with 13 minutes to play.
Do you ask more from a truck than 99% of those around you? Then you are what we call a 1%er. With your demanding standards in mind, we submit the more powerful all-new GMC Sierra. Completely redesigned with a revolutionary towing system and our largest cab ever. 1%ers, your time has come. The all-new Sierra from GMC.
New file, begin dictation.
Who are you talking to?
My computer.
I do that too sometimes.
No, you don't understand. I got this new software. I talk, it types.
You talk, it types?
I talk, it types.
It's typing.
Because I'm talking.
What does it type?
Whatever I say.
So let me try.
No.
Why?
Because it's mine. Get your own.
Now when I talk, it types.
Good financial decisions require expertise. Life needs flexibility. Success demands leadership. If there's something you want to achieve, the principal has one word of advice. Plan ahead, get ahead. The Principal Financial Group.
Monday, Dave's taking you out to the ball game with St. Louis's Sultan of SWAT, Mark McGuire, and a brand new top 10.
Mark, we did it!
Monday on an all-new Late Show.
Well, we're back in Buffalo. This is Armin Catay and Phil, continuing my new role as the local weatherman. It's now begun to rain down here, so Doug Flutie and the Bills have their work cut out for them. Back to you.
Is that a complaint, Armin?
Okay.
16-10. 13 minutes to play. Straight drop for Flutie. Flutie up the middle. Nowhere to go. Joel Schmengi making the stop.
That was a good job by Doug Flutie. He wanted to throw it down the field, but nobody was close to being open, so did the smart thing, tried to run it for the first down. The defensive line, though, showing good discipline for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They stay at home, and they make the tackle.
Chris Moore with the punt. And this should be a record-setting punt. Off the side of his foot. Bounces at the 30, out of bounds at the 25.
And then breaks Paul McGuire's record, franchise record for punt yards. Over 13.5 miles, both of them punted for.
Oh, Paul.
How about that?
Joan London for Claritin.
For years, I tried to deal with seasonal allergies. I took a million different kinds of over-the-counter antihistamines. Had a cupboard filled with allergy medications. They made me feel drowsy. Then my doctor prescribed non-drowsy, once-a-day Claritin. Claritin works for me.
Claritin has a low occurrence of side effects, such as headache, drowsiness, fatigue, and dry mouth.
After I talked to my doctor, I was amazed at how easy it was to control my seasonal allergy symptoms.
A company most people never heard of is changing the way we fight cancer and kidney failure by inducing the body to produce blood cells. Chemotherapy and anemia patients are gaining new strength. Helping to grow blood cells helped Amgen become the world's largest biotech company. Where do you learn about companies with such pioneering spirit? Exactly. NASDAQ.com.
They are just people. Normal in every way but one. They expect more from a truck than 99% of the world. We call them the 1%ers. With their demanding standards in mind, we introduce the all-new GMC Sierra. The first half-ton pickup with four-wheel anti-lock disc brakes and our largest cab ever. 1%ers, the wait is over. The all-new Sierra from GMC.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by GMC Sierra. 1%ers step forward. The NASDAQ stock market. And by Claritin.
Welcome back to Buffalo. We made reference to our colleague over at ESPN, Paul McGuire, who was a great punter here in Buffalo.
Well, that's what he told us. He was great. I don't know. I'd have to see it to believe it, but his records are falling.
First down from the 24-yard line for Jacksonville. Bills need a defensive stand. Damon Shelton, right side. and not much there, maybe a yard. Phil Hansen with the stop.
Well, going into the win, a couple things. The Jaguars would love to run the football, but most of the running backs are out. So Damon Shelton, the one thing he did on that last play that I like, nowhere to run. He kept both arms wrapped tightly around that football to make sure he doesn't make a mistake.
Second and 8. Now, quick drop, quick throw, complete, far side. Jimmy Smith stretching for the first down.
Jimmy Smith and Irvin on the stop.
And those are the things you got to look for if you're on this Buffalo defense. The wind in your face. You got to know that Jacksonville's going to look for some short, quick passes to keep the pass rush off of Mark Brunell and to try to pick up some first downs. And Jimmy Smith does a good job of fighting for the extra yard.
For an offense known for throwing the football down the field, the Jaguars haven't done that much today.
No, they haven't. Been covered going down the field, but the biggest thing is that pass rush is taking some of the life out of the Jacksonville offense.
Brunell to throw. This side, complete and out of bounds. Keenan McCardell.
Brown's pass complete. Keenan McCardell.
You know, you were talking to Keenan McCardell yesterday, and you mentioned to him that they have to be one of the few, if not the only team in the league that doesn't run quick slants.
Yeah, he talks about that. Of course, that makes them a little upset, a wide receiver. They want those quick little passes because hey, that's how you build up some impressive
for the
stats.
numbers, yes.
That's right. But when they catch passes, usually it's down the field, and they're making things happen.
Second and 4. Howard down at about the 42 or 43 yard line after a pickup of 2.
Now you're Chris Howard. You got to be happy to get this chance to come in, show what you can do. But what's really bad is that he's come in, his foot's hurting, he's limping around, and about the only thing he can do is just hang on to the football. It's hard to be an explosive physical back when your foot hurts.
This is a young man who his biggest concern yesterday was getting dressed up to meet with us.
Yeah, that's right. He caught on to Tom Thompson pretty quick. He knew he wanted to talk to him, so he went back upstairs and put his coat and tie on.
Third and 2. Brunell fighting the crowd noise. Play clock is at 0. They didn't get it off.
Didn't get it off.
That'll be a delay of game against the Jaguars.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Give an assist to the crowd on that one.
That's right. Anytime that happens, of course, the crowd noise. It's always the quarterback's responsibility to keep your eyes on the play clock, to know where you stand, especially when you want to check off and change the play.
Jaguars 6 of 13 on third down today. Third and 8. Down the sideline. Smith out of bounds. Remember, Mark Brunell throwing into the wind.
Well, he throws a perfect ball outside. The problem is he's trying to be a little careful, and remember, he's a left-hander. So when he throws left, the ball will have a tendency to drift that way. Takes it out of bounds. Jimmy Smith is behind Thomas Smith there for a big gain, but the ball is not catchable.
Kevin Williams deep to receive for Buffalo. Line drive kick, bounces. Williams from the 14. Well, isn't going to get much more than that. Crawls across the 15.
Kevin Williams on the return.
Penalty marker on the play.
Holding on Jacksonville.
Flag on the play.
I tell you what, I thought that was a really good punt. Kick it low into the wind and hit, bounce.
Number 21, kicking team, 10-yard penalty, fourth down.
21 is Aaron Beasley. And
how can you call that? And now they're explaining to Tom.
So rather than start at their own 15, the Bills will say, yeah, do it again.
You can tell it's windy, Craig, when the official has to keep his foot on the ball to keep it from moving. And that was a big penalty. It's be interesting to see where this ball ends up this time.
Well, Williams is starting at his 25. That's 10 yards further upfield. This one he gets a little more height on. Williams from his 18. And down at about the 22-yard line. Pretty good punt, 53-yarder by Barker. Will Moore with the tackle.
You guys are in here again? I can't believe this. You're always in here nursing your injuries. I have never seen such a group of cream puffs in my life. This is football. I need guys that can play.
Man, I thought he'd never leave.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Hot dog, anyone?
Step up. Learn to see farther. Learn there are teachers who won't allow you to fail. Learn to dance, to draw. Learn that the real challenge doesn't come from the outside, but from within. And that there's more to you than you ever knew. Be all you can be.
We asked the Hartford Wolfpack to try the Norelco reflex action for 21 days. There were signs of resistance.
Get that electric out of my face.
This ain't gonna do nothing on my beard.
But then they began realizing how it adjusted to the contours of their faces for an unexpectedly close, smooth shave without the nicks and cuts of a blade.
Kind of like the Zamboni, eh?
Even their fans noticed they were changed men.
Look at you pretty boys. So smooth.
The Norelco reflex action. Put it to the test. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back. Guaranteed.
Monday, Jerry Stiller's not the most romantic guy in the world.
Am I interrupting?
So what's making him such a hit with the ladies?
Yeah, he's a sweet piece of man candy.
Step aside, Brad Pitt.
All right. This isn't so bad as long as he keeps his hands when they... Oh, God.
Jerry's taken over on an all-new King of Queens, CBS Monday.
Last week, Doug Flutie was absolutely magical in the Buffalo victory over Indianapolis with 23 of 28 for 218 yards and 2 touchdowns. He'll try to weave some of that magic in the last 9 minutes and 11 seconds of time here. Quick drop again. That one bounces into the intended receiver. Eric Moles was number 80 on the intended receiving end of that.
Well, there was nothing there. He did the right thing. Throw it low, and maybe if there's a miracle catch, that's what you get. But don't take a chance and make a mistake right here at this position of the field. And, you know, you're right, Greg. Last week he was spectacular, and even today, not great numbers, but good solid numbers, and directing this offense, doing a good job.
2nd and 10. Smith, running room on the right side, out to about the 28-yard line.
And this Buffalo offense, Joe Pendry, the offensive coordinator, they've just done a good job of keeping themselves in good positions. In other words, they've only been in like 1 or 2 3rd and 10s all day. That time, 2nd and 10, let's run it. Let's give our quarterback, our offensive line, and everybody a chance of picking up something that's reasonable.
Tom Coughlin, his offensive coordinator at Boston College 14 years ago, says there isn't a play in the NFL that Doug Flutie can't execute.
You know, he put it all in perspective. He says, this guy is great. He can just make all the plays. He's proven it over the years.
He's got one to make here on 3rd and 5. Time, throws, far side, complete, first down, Eric Moles.
And you know, you got to remember, he's taken a lot of snaps. He's been on the football field a lot, and this time he waits in the pocket, buys himself some extra time, and finds Eric Moles out to the sideline for the completion. But Flutie drifted to his left, and look when he throws the football.
He gets everything in it.
Everything is going towards that target sometimes.
First down at their own 38 for the Bills. Back to the ground. First man through is Sam Gash. Not much for Gash.
You know, a lot of people, I think, and you see him in person, you meet him, and, you know, you realize that he is 5'9", but also when you watch him practice, you see the strength of his arm, how well he can throw the football down the field, sideline to sideline. And when we were talking to him on Friday, you can see he's got those little arms. They're like Popeye. You know, he got these big old arms on this guy, and he's got a pair of big hands. And that's one of the reasons why you've seen early in the game, he can jump, fake pass, come down with it, and still flick the ball out there because he can control that football.
2nd and 10, and Flutie from the shotgun. On the move, 40, 45, diving near midfield, and is close to a first down.
And boy, he does show his courage too. Couple things on that play that are different. One, he takes the snap. Look at him. He's about 6 yards deep. And look how deep he goes. Another 5, 6 yards. Because he wants separation so he can see down the field. He sees an opening, takes it down in there, and then gets down head first. Now, when you go head first, you're allowed to be hit by the defensive players.
And enough for the first down. First down, Bills at their own 48. And shot clock expired, it appears. Play clock. Which sport is this?
This is football.
That would be the play clock.
Play clock, there you go. I understood, though.
Play game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
John Fina is out. And that brings in a rookie left tackle, Robert Hicks. Not a good spot to be in this situation. Seen limited playing time this year.
If you're looking for Robert Hicks, he's the big guy on the line at 6'7", 340 pounds. 1st and 15, Flutie, straight drop, batted down. 3rd time today that Flutie has had a pass knocked down at the line. And Tony Brackens, the young man from Texas, we're asking him yesterday, are you a cowboy? And he goes,
well, he's a modern-day cowboy.
Yeah.
He bales hay, he ropes steers, he does all those things. He does the branding and plays a lot of golf. That's the modern-day cowboy, I guess.
Brackens has all 3 of the knockdowns of Flutie's passes. 2nd and 15. Time to throw over the middle, incomplete. And through the hands of Kevin Williams.
Flutie pass intended for Kevin Williams.
And now the Bills are looking at 3rd and 15.
Doug Flutie, you can see what sacked 1 time when he tried to run, 6 times he's been hurried, and 3 balls batted down. The only 3 passes of his that have been knocked down this football season.
The Bills 6 of 11 on 3rd down today. John Fina back in at left tackle. Flutie gonna run midfield. And doesn't quite get to the 45 before he's turned around, and that'll bring him up short of a first down. 8-yard pickup. The fans want Wade Phillips to go for it, and Wade instead sends the punter onto the field.
Well, of course they do. You know, go for it, Wade, and if you miss it, you're the worst coach in the world. So Wade Phillips doing a smart thing. 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Try to pin them down inside, stop them, and you get one more chance of running in there for a touchdown.
Makes this a most important punt from Chris Moore.
Good punt.
Barlow, fair catch at the 13. And that's where Jacksonville will start when we come back. 5:04 remaining here in the 4th.
Were you born without a soul?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this.
It's just an oil filter.
Just an oil filter? Look, nothing stops more dirt than America's #1 brand of oil filter, Fram. Now get out of here. How do you live with yourself?
Fram oil filters. Pay a little more now or pay a lot later. For extreme driving conditions like stop-and-go traffic or towing, try Fram Tough Guard.
So, you thought you knew everything about the Sicilian, huh? Well, I got news for you. Now it's in a whole nother league. This is the Supreme Sicilian. This is Ken Griffey giving a baseball a facial. This is a 300-pound gator turning you into a wallet. This is enough basil, oregano, and garlic in the crust to drop your carcass to the canvas. This is enough toppings to draw a flag for piling on. This is the Supreme Sicilian Pizza. Right now, just $8.99. But hurry, brother, soon this deal's gonna be gone. Pizza Hut, the best pizzas under one roof.
Shout it out.
The all-new Mitsubishi Galant. Totally new styling, nicely equipped at $17,990.
Ready to go.
The doctor is in.
You've gained 6 pounds.
Your faith.
I want you to remember this one word, salad.
Ted Danson is Becker, premiering Monday, November 2nd.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Fram Filters and by Pizza Hut, home of the Sicilian Pizza, back with a blast.
Well, Monday, one doctor is about to get the shock of his life. His ex-wife may have cancer, and the doctor she's chosen to save her life is not him. It's his partner. A powerful new episode of L.A. Doctors, Monday on CBS. Important possession here for the Jaguars. 5:04 to play in regulation. They start from their own 14-yard line. Damon Shelton, a couple.
Well, Jacksonville, you know, it's like they stuck their big toe in the water to test it one more time, and there's nothing there as far as the running game is concerned. So what you got to do, I think, you got to put the game in the hands of your quarterback. You need a couple first downs here to make the drive for Buffalo if you give it back longer. So you let Mark Brunell throw, or I would like to try to move him around to give him the chance to run or throw.
Not much on the ground for the Jaguars this half. 2nd and 9. Quick pass, Jimmy Smith out of bounds. Pushed out by Thomas Smith. That is shy of first down yardage.
See, this is a running game right now. We've been seeing this for the last couple series. Jacksonville, the running game's going nowhere, so you throw a lot of quick passes to the outside with your quarterback and your big receivers.
The Buffalo crowd again gets into it. 3rd and 3. Handoff inside. Shelton is short of a first down.
Boy, that was a good job by Manny Martin, number 21, at the last second. Oh, it is a first down. If it would have been short, he came in and cleaned up on the runner. Look what happens. A good job of running by Damon Shelton. Fights his way through. Look at that. Breaking the tackles, and at the last second, Manny Martin makes the hit. And I thought that might be the hit that would keep the Jaguars from picking up the first down, but it's just enough.
Clock running, coming up on 3 minutes to play in regulation. They'll keep it on the ground again. And Shelton with a couple more.
Well, now they're just playing the clock. That's all you're doing. Run the football. Make Buffalo use up the timeouts if you can. Buffalo has 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Damon Shelton, welcome to the rushing game in the National Football League.
Yeah, how about that? You don't get any carries, and today all of a sudden they go, can you be a star for us? Get it done. He's going to have some different sensations after this game that he hasn't had all year. That of being tackled.
2nd and 5. Bruce Smith all over Brunell. He gets rid of it to Shelton.
Boy, what a job. First off, what a job by Bruce Smith. Playing the situation and going for the quarterback almost makes him throw an incompletion, but then Mark Brunell makes a tough throw under pressure. Bruce Smith says, to heck with that run. And most quarterbacks trust me, most quarterbacks would have never got this pass off. But Mark Brunell, athletic enough to get the ball to Shelton. And the big thing is, it makes Buffalo use a timeout.
Buffalo stops the clock with 2 minutes, 18 seconds to play. And when play resumes, Jacksonville is looking at a 3rd and 2.
Buffalo has 1 timeout plus the 2-minute warning. Here's the Jacksonville offense. I'm curious to see what they do. I mean, everything is in play. A mobile quarterback.
Here comes the Buffalo crowd. They'll throw for it. Pump fake. Brunell brought down. Phil Hansen, Pat Williams into the defensive backfield for the 3rd sack of the day on Mark Brunell.
Well, there must have been some type of mix-up. They try to pick it up with the passing game. Look down at the bottom. Mark Brunell is going to take a quick drop and try to throw a quick pass. And there's nobody there to catch it. So I don't know if they had an option route or what, but miscommunication.
2-minute warning. Jacksonville will be kicking to Buffalo when we come back.
Mitsubishi Montero Sport. Rugged styling, 3-liter V6, well equipped with $24,950.
Where will the world's next great city be built? It could be Russia, China, Brazil, or maybe somewhere in between. Whatever it is, wherever it is, make something great. Stanley.
It's amazing, but I feel like I'm finally free. It's like I'm king of the world!
Pep Boys, great prices, great feeling.
Pep Boys, cars like us, people love us.
It's nasty hot.
We asked the hottest guys in the pits to switch antiperspirant.
Ultra dry degree, body heat activated.
When your body heat rises degrees, Ultra Dry form releases extra protection.
Work better than my old stick.
It kept me dry, ultra dry.
From Degree.
When a magician hires Buddy,
Yeah, you got a lot of balls.
people start disappearing.
Let's look around, shall we?
Dennis Farina is Private Eye Buddy Farrow. New episode, CBS Friday.
Two of the stalwarts of that Jacksonville offense, quarterback Mark Brunell and left tackle Tony Baselli. 4th and 5. Barker to kick it away. Kevin Williams from the 20. 25. Out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. While we have the opportunity, we'll tell you about next Sunday. The NFL on CBS features doubleheader games. In the early ones, you'll see either the Ravens battle Brett Favre and the Packers or Bledsoe and Marino face off when the Patriots take on the Dolphins. In the late game, most of you will see the game of this early season. Phil and I will be in Denver as the Jaguars take on the Super Bowl champ Broncos. Check your local listings, beginning with Jim, Marcus, George, Brent on the NFL Today. And if things don't change here, it'll be the 6-0 Jaguars against the 6-0 Denver Broncos, but Doug Flutie hopes to have something to say about that. Buffalo down to its final timeout. Flutie pulled it down twice and completes the pass across the 35 to Thurman Thomas.
Well, somewhere along the line here, Doug Flutie and this Buffalo offense, you're going to have to take a chance and throw the ball down the field. You still have 1 timeout, but you're going to need a couple plays to pick up some big yards.
Flutie had it batted down at the line. 4th time today, Flutie's had a pass knocked down at the line. Joel Schmengi appeared to have gotten a hand on that one.
Boy, and I tell you, the Jacksonville defense is everybody's getting back to about 12 to 15 yards, and they're watching the quarterback, and they're going to try to react to the throw. Here's another batted pass. That happens when the defensive line gets too close to the quarterback. That's what's going to be the result, knockdown balls.
3rd and 3 for Buffalo. Quick pass this side. Andre Reed, did he hold on to it? He did.
What a catch by Andre Reed. Use the whole body to help you in tough situations. Man, this is a tough throw by Doug Flutie. People between him and Andre Reed. He leads him far enough outside. He pins the ball against his leg, holds on to it, has both feet down.
Separated shoulder in week 3, was back last week sooner than anyone expected. Inside handoff. Thurman Thomas. And he's into Jacksonville territory. Clock continues to move, coming up on 1:05 to play.
Even though they got a timeout, don't rush it and don't call it right now. You got the defense moving around. You got things moving. Don't stop the momentum.
2nd and 1. Flutie over the middle, incomplete. Thurman Thomas, the receiver, intended off of his hands and falling harmlessly downfield.
And you know the other thing, Greg, why you don't want to call a timeout sometimes in those situations, the defensive line, they've done rushed the quarterback about 3 straight plays. They're winded, so don't call a timeout, let them get a chance to get recharged and come after you again. Doug Flutie, 16 to 34.
186 yards and a touchdown. 3rd and 1. 52 seconds to play. Thomas, wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, may have bulled forward for the first down. Fernando Smith had him in his grasp. Buffalo calls timeout. Its last timeout to stop the clock. So it's a first down for the Bills. 46 seconds to play.
Well, it gets this part of the game, you say, how do you look at it? Of course, Buffalo wants to get the ball down the field. They need to. 46 seconds, and now no timeouts. But if I'm Jacksonville, I take no chances. I make all my defensive linemen tell them, stay in your lanes. Don't let him move, and get my defense back. And, hey, make them complete 3 or 4 passes to score. There's not enough time to do that.
Now Doug Flutie is looking at a situation where you almost have to throw the ball down the field, and you haven't done that all day.
Well, you haven't. You've tried to a few times. There's nobody open down the field except once or twice all afternoon. But the big thing is Jacksonville react to the pass once it's thrown. Don't let them pick up extra yards.
Andre Reed to the near side of the field. Flutie with time. Flips it out. Thurman Thomas. Thomas out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 39 seconds on the clock.
Doug Flutie drops it off, eats up 7 seconds. But watch, here's why. Look at the defense of the Jaguars. Look how they've gotten back. Everybody's back. 15 yards right now down the field. They are not going to let you pick up a big chunk of yards if they can help it.
Bills have 39 yards to go and 39 seconds in which to do it. 2nd and 6. Time down the side, complete. Touchdown.
They're marking it short. It's not a touchdown. They're on the 1-yard line. I thought Eric Moles was just short of the goal line. His arm hit, his knee hit as he was reaching out trying to get the touchdown.
Clock is moving again. 30 seconds. And Flutie stops the clock by spiking the football. One official at the goal line ruled touchdown, and the call was reversed.
Look at Doug Flutie. What he does, Here's what happens. He moves up in the pocket, and it makes the defense stop. Now the safety, Chris Hudson, couldn't get over there quick enough. And it's a good call by the officials.
Knees were down before he stretched to the goal line. The fans are reacting to the replay on the scoreboard.
And the clock is moving. Well, the officials are now talking, so they'll stop the
25 seconds on the clock. And a penalty marker is sitting at about the 6-yard line.
As you can see, Eric Moles, his knees went down at about the 3-yard line. He reached out. The ball should have been marked at about the 1.
Well, the conversation taking place with the officials inside the 5-yard line. Buffalo out of timeouts. Here's Tom White.
There is no infraction on the play. Second down. No infraction.
See, I don't know what the discussion was about. It could have been about the formation. Buffalo had a unique group of personnel in there. They had 3 people split way out to the right. I thought they were in a proper formation.
So Flutie spiked the ball on 1st and goal. It is now 2nd down from the 1. 25 seconds to play.
If you run the football, you still would have time to either run it another time or throw it. So the run is definitely in play here.
Flutie gonna throw. Corner. Incomplete. Eric Moles, the intended receiver.
You still have time to go in the huddle. You could run the football. If it's short, you could line up, run it again, or you could throw a pass on 4th down. Tom Coughlin urging them. I don't know what that signal meant, but I would play up in the middle. The one thing you want to take away is the dive by the running back up the middle.
Flutie throws this side. Incomplete. Intended for Reed.
Boy, those are awful tough plays they're running right here. Tough throws and catches by the quarterback and receiver. Doug Flutie trying to throw it behind the receiver. Very tough. Andre Reed just nowhere to go to catch the football.
And it's now 4th down, and Jacksonville has called timeout.
What a game. What a game. Really exciting finish, and it's, you know, I thought one of those plays that Buffalo would try to sneak a run up in there, because if you didn't, let's say they did it on 2nd down, still plenty of time to line up, throw it on 3rd, and then you can do anything you want on 4th down.
Moles caught the long pass and was down at the 1. On 1st down, Flutie spiked the ball to stop the clock. His 2nd down pass to the left corner for Moles was incomplete, as was the 3rd down pass to the near side of the field, intended for Andre Reed.
Boy, I think you should spread them out, put Doug Flutie in the shotgun, maybe make a play action fake. He could run around, score on the run or the throw.
Jacksonville's perfect record on the line right here. Flutie keeping, left side, touchdown.
Well, you talked about magic. I got to say, guts. Joe Pendry, the coordinator on offense. The fake up inside, Doug Flutie around the left side.
The point after is good. The Bills take the lead 17-16 with 13 seconds to play.
Tom Coughlin, he has seen Doug Flutie work that magic many times as he was the offensive coach of the Boston College Eagles. And what really made the whole drive, of course, the one big passing play, Doug Flutie moving in the pocket, did everything. It made the defense come up. He threw over the top of them. Let's watch the bootleg by Doug Flutie. The defense, the Bills, they come out, they put somebody in motion. Kevin Williams, they block it down. John Fina pulls around. Nobody there for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then the extra point. A little pressure to kick it to win the football game, you hope.
Tom Coughlin, the head coach of the Jaguars, is saying no, 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 yeah. You know, it sounds like a trivial thing, but it's Doug Flutie's first touchdown run in the National Football League in 10 years. It caps a 70-yard, 12-play drive.
Well, you know, it was a great job of a quarterback today, Doug Flutie, just going along, not trying to set the pace, just going along with it. And then when he had to make the plays, he stepped up and did it, but didn't take any chances until it was necessary.
Jones and Logan deep for Jacksonville. Logan to the 20, 25, and 6 seconds on the clock.
Jacksonville takes over 1st and 10.
Well, there's the king of the defense, and he might be hugging the new king of the offense right here.
Certainly a prince.
I tell you. Bruce Smith has children that weigh more than him.
And Doug Flutie's shoes are nowhere near the ground in that shot.
Right.
From the shotgun, Brunell launches it downfield, and it falls incomplete. The Buffalo Bills, losers of their first 3 games of the season, have now won 3 straight, and they hand Jacksonville its first loss of the year. For Phil Simms and Arden Katayan, I'm Greg Gumbel. That's it from Buffalo. Once again, our final score, the Bills 17 and the Jacksonville Jaguars 16.